Telling you, Terry just don't know. He don't get bitches around.
Between
Couples with a large age gap. Truth or drink?
us, who's going to die first?
Who are you and how do you know each other?
I'm Katie,
I'm Tim.
and we're married.
I'm Morgan, and this is Cher, and that's my girlfriend.
I'm Pamela.
I'm MJ.
How long have you two been together?
12 years.
3 years.
What are your ages?
I'm 55.
I am 27.
I'm 27.
I'm 45.
Terry, chill.
You go first.
You could go first.
Okay. Let's pick up a card. When we first met, were you just trying to hook up?
My fault. My fault. My
Or
fault.
were you looking for something serious?
Definitely just trying to hook up.
Probably just trying to hook up.
Me too.
I was exiting a long-term relationship that was not great, so I guess the hookup is the next step.
Yeah, we hung out a lot first.
We met as just friends, and then it progressed towards the end. But ultimately, I was looking for my person, so.
What are your ages?
I just know she used to get down and dirty.
I'm 30.
And I just turned 58.
How did you two meet?
I dated her best friend, who also happens to be her ex.
Yes.
We met on Tinder.
It
honestly.
was kind of goofy, but yeah.
Met through relatives. My daughter's dad is cousins with him, so our two girls are like sister cousins.
Wow.
With your cousin?
Yeah,
Yes.
They're great.
He found out he was mad at first, he got over it, and everybody's happy.
Have you always been attracted to someone older? When did you move to Cougar
Terrible
Town?
people.
When I found out the rent was cheaper.
Have you always been attracted to younger women?
No. I've actually, in the last 10 years, all the women I've dated have been older. The youngest woman I've ever dated was 5 years younger. So you're definitely a plot change in my life.
So
She
in
does
my
not
early
look 30. She
20s,
looks-
I feel like I've dated guys my
little
age
bit
in
older,
their
yeah.
20s, but as I got older, my mid-20s, I started to get into more older men. But it's not necessarily like I'm super hyper fixated on like finding just an older guy.
Usually when you find somebody who's older, they're more intelligent, they have more empathy. I reached a point where I really stopped hanging out with anybody that was my age, so it was really natural for me to try to start dating people that were older than me.
How did your family/friends feel about our relationship? Who felt weirdest about it?
Ooh, well, my older sister completely did
You don't
not
think so,
agree
niggas?
with it, accept it. She was horrible.
Yeah.
But then my younger sister was happy to see me happy.
Yeah.
So
My parents were very skeptical about it. When I first told my
It's
mom,
kind of a lot.
she was like,
I'll
what
be right
the
back.
hell is going on? Like, are you
I
okay?
probably won't
I
use for you
didn't
two
want to
then.
say anything at first to anybody.
I didn't tell my parents. I never like specifically said how young you were. And then like later on, I think after a couple years, she's like, how much younger is he than you? And I was like, like a few years. So I think that like after
Does
a
she
decade,
now know his age?
maybe.
My family and his family, there's no age gap relationships. We're the black sheep at like family holidays.
My dad did call.
Why am I just now hearing this?
It was like, word has it, you got yourself a new roommate. I was like, a little bit more than that, Dad. He's like, all right, and just left it at that. Because he had talked to Aunt Kathy and stuff
God.
about
She hates me.
So I dressed vintage, right? So a friend once said, just because I like to dress in the 50s doesn't mean I have to date anyone in their 50s.
that's good. That's a good one.
I have a teenage daughter, so she was a little bit like, dude, what are you doing? But then she got to meet her.
We're really close, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Does she call you her second mom?
No, I don't. I don't even want her to do that.
Yeah. Plus, she has a mom. It's
Yeah,
not.
I'm not trying to like.
She's not her mom.
Yeah, I do see her like as a younger sister.
I wasn't
though.
gone for too
Yeah.
long. What up,
Like,
Mitch?
that's like my best friend. Yeah.
Have you ever felt our age difference is inappropriate?
I did in the very beginning because you're younger than a lot of my friends' children. So I felt how did I feel? Not that it was not appropriate, just I felt different. It's like I actually Googled how to be in an age gap relationship as the older person.
You did.
There's no imbalance. There's no like.
Did they ever say how long they were dating for? Because she's only 30 and the girl is 58. How can you even look at somebody that young and be like, ooh, I want to fuck her?
Power dynamic between us, and I think that's what a lot of people think about most age gap relationships is that like the older person or the older guy, they're taking advantage of the younger girl, but like that's totally not the case for us.
How do I annoy you?
You know, it's just there's a lot of nagging, I guess, is the best way to.
I think that kind of stems from who's spent longer amount of time as an adult. I always lived on my own, and he always had like roommates, and you just like wouldn't do laundry or like use the frying pan, don't clean it right away. And so I'd nag you to like clean the pan and not leave water sitting in it. But I'm not mad about it.
Damn, the only thing I can think about dating a woman with an older age gap is like she's definitely gonna be like a mom. Talking about the Asian girl. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
In what ways do I act my age?
You have memory loss.
I would say probably your music shows you your age.
You tell everything on TikTok. But you like to, you know, like when she wants to relax, she looks at TikToks and what? Have I said TikTok enough?
Well, I guess that.
Sometimes when me and his daughter are just like sitting there and he tells us about something he has already told us before, me and her just look at each other and we're like,
Roll your eyes
yeah,
like,
we're
oh,
just
there's
like,
grandpa
or
again.
something.
Do people ever get confused that we're a couple?
Yes, we've counted so.
You know, the white and Asian relationship makes a lot of sense. White niggas fetishize the fuck out of Asian women. So I'm gonna be honest, that makes so much sense to
So
me.
far, 4 times that we have been mistaken for mother-daughter.
Just recently on New Year's, you went to the ladies' room and the server goes, oh, mother-daughter, and I'm like, no, she's my girlfriend, and she was just felt so uncomfortable, like, oh, I have friends that are lesbians, they're getting married this summer, and oh, it was funny.
We were at his daughter's high school orientation or something, and like someone was like, oh, like, what classes are you gonna sign up for or something? And I'm like, I graduated a long time ago.
How often
She does
do
look
we have
pretty
sex?
young.
Do you wish it was more or less?
More.
What?
Yeah.
Truth or drink? How much are you really? Yeah, take it.
We have, I
We
would
don't have
say,
enough time in the day.
I would say on average it's about 5 to 14 times a week. So I could always use more. I could always use more.
He's getting to that age where if I give him more, his heart will probably stop.
Oh, stop
Wow.
it.
How often do we have sex? Do you wish it was more or less?
Definitely more.
I would say same.
What's stopping you?
If we're being like a little more serious about it, I struggle a little with intimacy because of previous trauma, and so it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to get into that safe space of being comfortable, and it doesn't have anything to do with you.
I know.
Yeah.
Wait, Druggy, what happened?
I love you too.
If someone were to fuck up this relationship, who would it be?
I think it would be me. And in terms of like fuck up this relationship, it could be like cheating. We've talked about it before, but like of course I would never cheat on you. That's just awful. I love your daughter and I love your family and I love you. So
I mean, I think there's life experiences that you haven't had that
Like
some
what?
women can go through some big changes between, I think, 27 and 32. So I'm kind of,
Gee.
I'm on high alert to be like, she's dipping.
yeah.
But I hope you don't.
What are the negative ways our age difference has affected our relationship?
Holy shit.
Me being into adulthood, that means I have that much more time having experiences or challenges, or like, do you feel like you missed out on your 20s?
I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Did you feel like you grew up right away? Because all of a sudden you were dating someone who was a professional, who had this career.
Yeah, that's a fair question, and I felt like I had to make sacrifices of what my pursuits were because Pam is like our breadwinner, so I have to prioritize like doing all of these tasks at home, and sometimes that can wear down on you.
If we got
crying about doing some damn dishes and laundry, like, what are you bitching for? You're a stay-at-home boyfriend. Like,
pregnant
niggas
right
don't
now,
be knowing they got something
what
good going.
would we want to do?
I'm gonna get rid of that baby. I don't want kids.
I wouldn't mind having another child at all. We've actually
A boy.
I want a boy. Yeah.
If we got pregnant right now, what would we want to do?
Yeah, we've been trying to have a kid for a while now, so.
Yeah, it's
Oh wow.
Like, the good news is, like, my health checks out and my blood work checks out and everything checks out, but being 42, I'm still hopeful, but
That's what I hate when people say they try to have babies. Like, god damn.
you just kind of have to have patience and acceptance. We
Just
did have a
busting in
loss,
her, like,
and
4
that makes
times
it
a
little bit
day.
harder too. So we would welcome that, I think. So
He don't want kids.
now I feel like I
she
need a
wants the
shot.
kids, and he's trying to give it to her.
So anybody out there going
But
through
he don't want 'em.
hard times,
Yes.
you're not alone.
Between us, who's gonna die first?
Well,
Me.
Well, okay.
You,
Yeah,
obviously.
it's me. Yeah, it's me.
Obviously, it's crazy.
I don't really focus on that.
I want to enjoy now.
I think I'm gonna die first.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be close. You're probably just gonna live a lot longer than you ever expected in your 90s. And he's like, why am I still here?
The trade-off is that I'm gonna be a grumpy
You
old
bitch.
man.
Druggy.
You already are.
I yelled at some high school kids today.
Between us, who's gonna die first?
Oh. Oh, that's an easy one.
Oh God, I'm gonna get teary-eyed.
That would probably
sad.
most likely be me.
I need a tissue.
Yeah. This
God.
is actually thought about, believe it or not. And I think every time we've ever had a little bit of a discussion, this is how it ends right here.
I'm just a crybaby.
So.
Don't you start. But I mean, I know we're gonna get some good years out of each other. And
Yeah.
we're gonna be together for decades.
Yeah.
I've thought about this because I'm like, I wouldn't want her to be with me when I'm old and going to doctor's appointments all the time. And I want you to live, and be happy.
I love you.
I love you too, but I wouldn't want, to put you through that.
You're
so
my best friend.
you're my best friend too. But I think if we got married, it's like it ends at
You're
65.
talking
and
about the
then,
nigga with tattoos, right?
like, then you would have to.
That's 7 years.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't think of me as being that old, but yeah, you're right.
He just
I
old
think
and
this
gay.
makes sense.
I think this needs more. No.
Okay. We can discuss this later.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go get me a old woman straight. See that gum action, I won't lie.
Maybe to 70.
Is this forever love?
This shit not forever.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She
It's gonna
getting
be
that
forever,
green card,
way
go
beyond
stay
that.
a couple years and
When
then
we're
leave.
ghosts, we're gonna be in love.
Mm-hmm.
Is this forever love?
I think so,
Until one of us dies.
which is gonna be me.
And me together. Die
Love you,
together.
sweetie.
I love you, sweetie.
I think no matter what happens at 65 or 66,
They're not staying together. I can't
I'm
see that
still going
relationship
to love you.
staying up.
And I'm still going to be your best friend. And I don't want it to end at 66, but I just, we'll talk. Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
We did it.
We did it.
Good job.
Yay.
Yay! I forgot it was over. Yeah.